part of my story. I look forward to this every day, posting a video so I can interact with you guys. If you're new here, hi, my name is Paige. I make lifestyle videos, DIYs, cooking, cleaning, and meal prep. A lot of my videos that come out on Wednesday are Weight Watcher related because I am going through the program and with meal prep and everything. And then Friday videos are kind of just for fun, whatever I feel like posting that day. Recently it's been a lot of fall videos, so if you like that kind of content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. It would mean the world to me. But without further ado, let's get into this week's meal prep. So we're gonna start with the bagels today. What you're gonna need is self-rising flour and just plain Greek yogurt, no flavors or anything. You're gonna use 1 cup of each of these. So starting with my 1 cup of flour, I'm just gonna pour it right into the bowl. Pour this yogurt. These are 5-ounce yogurts, so I will need to use a little bit of the other one. And this is just the Meyer brand, the store brand. I know not all of you will have a Meyer, so if you have like a Walmart brand or anything like that, you could use that. I'm gonna take my cup of yogurt and just pour it right into the mixture. You're just gonna mix everything together. I just use a little spoon and I just combine it all together. After you have it all mixed together, you're gonna take some flour and put it on your counter so it doesn't stick to it. And now you're gonna just pour everything on here, and now you're gonna knead everything together. It's gonna be a little sticky at first. This is what the dough's gonna look like when you're done. Also, I forgot to tell you guys, I added some garlic powder to my mixture. You can add really whatever you want. I'm just gonna eat this batch with eggs and bacon, so I thought it'd be nice to have a little bit more flavor in the dough. This batch makes 4 bagels, so you're gonna divide it into 4 parts. I just totally blocked the camera. And now, just put each part aside because you need the room. And you just start rolling them. And then you're just gonna wrap it. Into a little bagel, just like that. So I'm going to do that to the rest of these, and then we'll move to the next step. So these are the bagels. I have my air fryer heating up, so that's the sound. I didn't put pepper on there, but I put a little bit more garlic powder just on the top. I have my air fryer on right now, preheating at 330. I'm gonna pre-spray the basket as well with some non-stick cooking spray. So I can only fit 2 at a time in there, which is okay because it only takes 15 minutes per batch. But normally I like to get them all done at once, but I really wanted to try this because they looked really good. I saw, I always forget her name, but her channel is the Cooper family, and she always makes her bagels in the air fryer, and they look so good. So I'm gonna give it a try. These are what they look like when they come out, and I don't know if it's the air fryer, like different air fryers work at different temperatures, but I set mine at 330 and only let it go for about 8 minutes, and mine are done to my liking. I still like them a little chewier, so you just have to kind of watch your air fryer and see how you like them. I cut it open and it is done to my liking, so maybe it's just the different air fryers, but mine only took 8 minutes, so just give yours, keep an eye on yours. So these are 3 points a piece, which is really good for a bagel. If I went out and got a bagel, they are far from that point range, so they're super yummy. Sometimes I'll just pop this in the air fryer for like 2 minutes to warm it up. Okay, so for lunch meal prep, I am making the 0 point chicken taco soup. So what you need is, of course, chicken, fat-free chicken broth, a can of diced tomatoes. It's said to use like the Rotel tomatoes, but I do not like green chilies, so I just got diced tomatoes, but you can use the Rotel style if you like. A can of pinto beans, a can of black beans, a can of corn, garlic powder or garlic cloves, whichever you prefer. I prefer garlic powder. A thing of taco seasoning mix and an onion. So I am going to start by chopping up my onion real quick, so let's move to that. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is pour 2 cups of the chicken broth. And that's going to be the first thing I'm pouring in. To the long crock pot. And I am going to take half of this taco seasoning and pour it in with the broth, just so it gives it a little more flavor. Now I'm going to start adding everything. I'm going to start with the black beans and just pour them in. Next, add the corn. Now I'm going to add half of this, because I'm going to pour the other half on top of the chicken. And then last, I'm going to add the pinto beans. And I did drain all of these. I'm going to take a couple pieces of chicken out of the frozen bag. This is what it looks like so far. And my chicken is completely frozen. Last, I'm going to add the last of the tomatoes onto the top of the chicken. I'm going to add that onion and just sprinkle that all over. Then you're going to add the rest of that taco seasoning. And I'm also going to add a little bit of garlic powder. Also going to add just a little bit of pepper. And so this part doesn't go dry. I'm actually going to take just a little bit of the liquid and kind of pour it over. and I'll stir it in too when it cooks for a little bit. So I got the actual crock pot itself into the warmer portion of the crock pot now. I'm setting it on low for 6 hours since my chicken's frozen. Typically, if your chicken wasn't frozen, you could do low for 4 hours. But just to be safe, I'm doing 6 on low for the frozen chicken. So I will come back and check on this in a little bit and update you guys on how it's looking. I also forgot to tell you guys that after these cool down, I put them in a freezer safe bag, and I actually put these in the freezer, and then I just take them out one day at a time. And I believe I told you earlier, I put them in the air fryer for a couple minutes to warm them up. So the chicken has been cooking in the soup for about 5 hours. I pulled it out and I shredded it all up, and now I'm gonna put it back in. But this is the soup right now. It's basically done. I'm gonna let it cook for about an hour longer just to thicken up a little bit, and I will show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so I got the soups in different containers. Some of them look like it has more than the other, but it's just because of how wide it spreads out, like this one and this one. But they are all the same amount. I used this 1 cup measuring cup to divide it all up so they were equal. So since I used the garlic powder, I actually put this recipe into the recipe builder, and that added some points. So instead of this being a 0-point soup, it's now a 1-point soup per container, which still isn't bad at all, especially because there's a lot of soup in each one of these containers. I divided it all out after putting it into the recipe builder, and that's what it equals, 1 point. So I still think that's pretty good. So I found these mini Joseph pitas. I've never seen these before, but I've loved Joseph pitas, and they're still 1 point a piece, but it's still not bad because this whole lunch is going to be 2 points. So and then it's going to be really filling. It's going to be my lunch for the week. I'll probably throw in some fruit with it too, which will be 0 points. So super low for the week. Okay guys, so that's this week's meal prep. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you try any of these, don't forget to tag me in my Instagram. I would love to see your guys' recreations. It just makes me so happy when someone tags me in something and I get to see what they're making. Also, comment down below if you have any other recipes you want me to try, or if there's a variation of this recipe you do. I'd love to hear it. Again, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.